Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone, and with me tonight we have...
Cedric Vale. I am Aiden. I just did that backwards. It's fine.
So that is Aiden playing Cedric Vale, and up next we have...
Darian playing the indomitable Throm Sturman.
All right. Mo.
Hi, I'm Mo, Executive Werewolf in the chat. I am playing Odysseus Valentin, our Whisperer.
Hi, I'm Hikaru. I am a Lurk, and my character's name is Nephthys, and she likes to stab things.
And I am Marlo. I am playing the ever chaotic leech Katrina Ransom, and my camera's broken.
All right, welcome everybody. Welcome. This is Blades in the Dark. This is a game that we it's been 2 weeks. We've been playing a little irregularly, trying to get into the rhythm of it. Mondays apparently are just not my day, and that is okay, but I'm super excited to be here with everybody this evening. We are gonna jump right into the action. The only thing I do want to let everybody know is tomorrow night there will be no rep show. It is we've got other things going on, but we will be back Wednesday with a very big episode of Disasters in Danger, and after that I'll announce the rest of the schedule then, because I literally just blanked on the rest of it. So that's as far as we got. That's as far as that matters right now. So thank you guys for being here. Let's get into it. So Blades in the Dark is set in the city of Duskful. It is a industrial city that runs on Ethereum blood out of Leviathans, these vast Eldritch Horror like monsters that roam the sea, and great steamliner ships sail out to kill them and harvest their blood to run electricity and arcane eldritch powers. And in this city, a city which sees no sunlight, the sun has been shattered from the sky, and only at dawn and at dusk do little bits of sunlight, sort of creep across the sky in that aurora borealis sort of pinkish and green hue. So what we have are not necessarily heroes, but scoundrels, a group of sometimes do-wells, but more often not. Smugglers have come together and were brought together to assist their good friend Renault Goodenough, right? And was it Renault?
I thought it was Renard.
I thought it was Renard.
It's Renard. It's Renard. It's been 2 weeks. Give me a second.
It's in my notes.
I'm glad you have them.
It's in my brain.
It is Renard. Yeah, Renard Goodenough. You guys have done a couple of jobs together. That is absolutely fantastic. Very pleased about that. Your last job saw you venturing into the very poor borough next to Ironhook Prison, and coming away with a key, a ghost key, to something out in the Shattered Lands. And you guys did that job. You got paid for it. You have negotiated for opportunities to join that expedition later on, should that come to pass. You guys did a good job of it, and we are going... You've been paid. We didn't do all of the downtime stuff, so that's where we're going to pick up. We're going to pick up doing downtiming timey goodness. Because there is a secondary game that gets played, not just the heist, but the game of your crew and the factions. And so, the PDF, jumping over to page 145, you guys have had your payoff. I believe everybody that participated did get, it was like a 6 coin thing. You guys got your loot. You should have a limit on the number of coins you can hold, as does your smuggler wagon? No. Barge? Barge.
We have a barge.
You have a barge.
Yeah.
Your barge is filled to its current brim with 4 coins. Carrying anything more is impractical. You can, when you level up, upgrade it to hold more, have a vault, right? So that is the bit of it that we did do. Heat, I believe I gave you guys 0 heat because it is such a remote location, and you did very well. I am going to amend that to 1 heat, not for anything based on your performance, but because it is a area that there's a prison, so there's a lot of people that are seeing you guys come and go. But that brings you up to 5 heat, still not in any dangerous levels, but this is going to be where you guys get to, as downtime activities, you can start to tick that down and away. So after heat, we do come to entanglement. And entanglement is the world sort of reacting to your heat level, right? And most of your heat still comes from your very bombastic adventure on the river. You guys transporting Rorik's ghost, right, to the Orderless. And even though it's been a little bit of time, you guys are still, you know, persons of interest, to say the very least. Now, with your heat at 5, we are rolling on the 4 and 5 chart here. Who wants to be the brave soul? Yes. What's up, Aiden? Oh, the finger told me.
No, I was just resting my hand on
that was a thoughtful finger, and I thought it was an attention finger. All right.
No, I really was thinking on what to do. Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, you're good. No, I just trying to make sure I don't miss people. So, who wants to be the brave soul to roll a single d6 and tell me the results? This will determine what your entanglement coming off your last job is.
I'll do it.
All right, go for it.
5.
Okay. Ooh, let's see what this is. This says the Unquiet Dead or Reprisals.
Death is just.
Say what?
I said death is just following us, isn't it?
Death literally does here. Yeah, here in Duskfall there is no afterlife. Ghosts linger, and rogue spirits are absolutely out to get you guys, out to get everybody. Ooh, okay. So, we're going to go with Reprisals. We're not going to go with Unquiet Dead, because most of your heat comes from the initial score, and it has been a few weeks, but still, you know that the Shadow War that is happening in Crow's Foot is one that is definitely heating up as a wide variety of factions continue to try to carve out what is the most profitable, but also kind of the least involved as far as the Bluecoats or other law enforcement forces are concerned. This place has been run for decades by the Crows. That is the gang that Rorik, the spirit you guys transported in that first job, that was the gang that he was the leader of and got betrayed at. And so you start to hear rumors and buzzings that Lissa, the new leader and former lieutenant of Rorik of the Crows, has found out exactly how you guys were involved, that you were the ones that got Rorik out of Crowsfoot. And so while they are busy fending off their territory from Red Sashes and the Lamp Blacks, as well as other small-time players, Alyssa has suddenly found some time and manpower to give you guys a bit of a problem. Everybody roll me a d6. Well, we always use d6, so just tell me who gets a 6. Okay.
I got a 6.
All right.
I got a 2.
I got a 1.
Okay.
Oh no.
Throm, on your character sheet, I believe you have listed at least one contact.
Yes, I do.
All right. Who is that?
My contact is Brill, a drug dealer. That's Clyra, a tavern owner.
Okay. Clyra has let you know, has informed you. You're getting a lot of this from Melissa. Apparently, a group of crows came in to her establishment last night, wrecked the place, were demanding to know where you guys are, where you make base, just given a really hard time in order to try to intimidate her into giving up information about you guys. She does not, but she's this. She can handle this a little bit. This is a real pain. Is essentially how she puts it to you. So this is I'm going to read you the entry so you guys can kind of understand mechanically where this is coming from. Reprisals: an enemy faction makes a move against you or a friend, contact, or vice purveyor. Pay them 1 rep and 1 coin per tier of the enemy as an apology. Or other option, allow them to mess with you and yours. So that you can backburner that, and that'll continue. You may end up losing contacts or other things. Or the last option is fight back and show them who's boss. I'm gonna take a moment and look up what size organization the Crows are, so you guys can know what the cost is. But if you want to start to discuss what your feelings are on how to handle this, you are welcome to.
Katrina just immediately wants to wreck their shit. If they've wrecked ours, we'll wreck theirs.
My compatriots, I can only say this. They're attacking us, whether they attack someone that is adjacent to us, or whether they come at us with knives brandished. They are intending to undermine our power, our influence, and I'll be damned if I'll let anybody make a fool out of me.
Does that mean
Now,
we can
quick
blow them
question.
up?
Quick question: Are you expecting me to do something about it, or are you gonna be the one to jump into the fray? Because I mean, it's your friend and your establishment. I'm just saying.
I expect us all to do something about it. It's only proper. Isn't there honor amongst thieves? And are we not wonderful
I'm not
thieves?
saying that you won't defend, but I mean, I'm not gonna jump in harm's way because of something that happened directly associated with you.
I will. I want to blow things up.
I thought you were the first to want to kill, and if they've done it to me, they're almost assured to do it to you as well.
I'm not saying. Okay, I'm asking you to take point for your responsibility. I'm not saying that I won't fight, but it's also indirectly my fight.
I
You know
will
what I'm saying?
step up
You take
as much
point.
as anyone else.
Like, I'm not gonna sacrifice my life and limb. I got freaking a cut in me from, our last mission.
I have spare limbs.
Just for reference, the Crows are a tier 2 faction, so that would cost you 2 rep and 2 coins to buy them off. Although that does not sound the direction you guys are going, which is a-okay. Just wanted to give that info.
We have 3 rep currently, right?
You guys have 5 rep currently.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have
Oh,
five.
okay. I didn't know that we had increased since last time.
Yes, you guys do currently have 5. 5 rep, 4 coins, 5 heat, and are a tier 1. A strong tier 1.
Well, I say we push, and if we push, we buy us time to build ourselves when they have to regroup.
You're saying wait or?
No, I'm not going to wait.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying we push hard, force them to recoup, and in that recoup, we can get ahead. I mean, why have a vault or prep to get a vault if we can't fill it with someone else's money or information?
That's fair. That's fair. As long as I get direction, I'm fine.
And now would be the best time because they're at their weakest. They're trying to fight off attacks from all quarters. Someone's got to fall in and fill the power vacuum. And I think we fit the bill very nicely for that.
You want to be leaders in that area? Is that what you're saying? No.
I'll walk whatever path leads me to the most pleasure.
Oh, all the more reason to give Lashes a new place. After all, I do have a thing with him, so fear is the strongest weapon.
I will say, because you mentioned lashes in that sentence, that did pique my interest.
I mean, look at me, and I'm still lashed up, scarred from last time. Who wants to mess with a group that has a demon?
They have a what? Oh, wait.
Oh.
I'm missing from last time. I'm sorry.
I forgot. We need to catch you up.
Sorry.
Long story short, we went to Alexandra Soretta. That was our last hiree for a mission. We needed to get a key from her old mansion. We found it. We got it. It was being protected by a demon in that area. And all of the Whispers were freaking out and doing the puzzle while me and I was gonna say Aiden, but god damn it, what's the
Cedric.
character name? Cedric, thank you. While me and Cedric were like, yo, you want to release this thing? And then it's like, yeah. It's like, okay, cool.
Oh, brilliant.
So we're allies with the demon. At least,
Okay.
Yeah, Odysseus
loosely.
is not okay with this shit, but he's been quiet about it so far.
Katrina's neutral. Why not?
I did offer him part of the city as a new
He's
threshold.
just going to sit back and watch it come back to bite you in the ass.
Oh, please do.
Yeah, and I said that I would provide ample bodies. So, technically, with the reminder of lashes, I'm probably gonna try and kill as many people as possible.
Okay, less neutral than I thought. Maybe dial it back a little bit.
You honestly think that the demon is on our side, Cedric? The demon is on no one's side but its own.
Yes,
I
but
have to agree with him.
he loves contracts, and I know nothing of them. In my work, contracts are final, and you break them, hell will pay. Someone's got to fit the bill if the contract breaks.
And in my experience, demons will be on the side of whoever provides them with what they want the most. And if we can feed him a steady supply of what he desires, then he is on our side.
There's plenty
Even
coming.
know what he desires.
I've felt it, if that's what you're asking.
With a name like Lashes, you can sort of intuit what he wants.
Is that his real name, though? Because if it was his real name, he's in trouble.
No, it was
No, that's
implied.
not true.
It was just a nickname, so.
It's like the one thing I know about those things. You know their real name, they're in trouble.
Did I ever get his real name outside of
No.
character? No.
Currently we have 6 heat. Was that correct?
5 heat.
5 heat, okay.
Okay. So,
Is there anywhere on the character sheet for us to keep track of that?
so it's got its own sheet. I would say in your notes section, if there is one for that, might be the best place for it.
I just wrote it on the crew line.
Yeah, that could be a good place for it. I figured it was easier for me to keep track of the character sheet, the crew sheet for you guys while we're learning all of this. I would eventually love to turn it all over to you. And I think we're getting close to that. We're getting there. So
Look, Odysseus, I'm the one that made the contract, so no one has to take the blame or the aftermath in case something goes awry. However, I'm building a bank
And it will.
of souls. You know, there's business in this. It's not just me being mindless. And with that, we can have two. What am I trying to say? We can have a physical bank and then a bank for said demon to keep him sated to help us achieve what we need to achieve. I know what I'm doing.
Very well.
Okay. So, it sounds like you guys have settled on retribution as your response, right? So that is good to know. We will work our way back to that in just a moment. Keep that in mind with your downtime activities, because you're going to need to set up whatever opportunities you're going to take advantage of to strike back against the crows, right? So because the crows they control territory, they control multiple lots in Tangletown, they have gangs. You can weaken them. You can definitely do things to harass them, weaken them, 100%. But you're going to have to create those opportunities. And that is okay. Which brings us to downtime activities, right? Types of downtime activities you guys have are acquire assets, Long-term project, that is where the planning, creating chances to strike back. That's where that would be living. Recover is how you heal. Reduce heat is how you reduce heat. Train to get experience, or indulge vice, which is how you remove stress. So everybody except for Marlowe has 2 downtime activities. Marlowe, Katrina has 3. So let's start with Katrina, and then I'll just go down in reading order. We'll do them one at a time. And so if anybody wants to change them up, add on, team up, stuff like that. So Katrina, you were not on our last job. What are you doing now? What were you doing? What are you planning on doing? How'd you spend that downtime? What's your first downtime activity?
Let me look at the activities again real quick. Let's see. I think she probably, like, at the very beginning, she probably just spent the time kind of like, studying or training just to kind of, fill her time.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, hey, why not?
You want to do a training one? All right.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds good. So, it is. Let's look over at training. When you spend time training, you mark 1 experience on the XP track for an attribute or playbook advancement. If you have the appropriate crew training upgrade, you guys do not. Oh, you do. So if you check anything in prowess, you'll get a bonus experience.
Ooh.
For 2 total.
Fun.
Yep.
All right, then, I guess why not? I'll take the extra one. So
Okay.
I'll train in prowess.
Okay. That sounds good.
All right, so 2 on the prowess. And then I have 2 more downtime activities, right?
Yep, and we'll come back around. That
Gotcha.
way we're not burdening one person to come up with all their activities at once. So
That's fair.
jumping over to Cedric Vale. Aiden, what do you got?
Well, first off, I need to heal.
Okay, so that's going to be a recover. So with recover, if there is, let's see, we've done this once before. When you recover, you seek treatment and heal your harm. You might visit a physiker who can stitch your wounds and soothe your mind with anatomical science, a witch who specializes in healing charms, restorative alchemy. If you don't have a contact or fellow PC who can provide treatment, you can use the acquire asset activity to gain access to a healer who can provide it. So, recovery is like a long-term project. Your healer rolls Tinker for a PC with the Physiker special ability.
Okay,
Katrina's a
so-
physiker.
Okay, so she will roll Tinker for you.
Okay, I have 2 pips on Tinker, so that's roll it twice and keep the higher.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, roll 2 6s and tell me the best.
Okay. First one's a 1.
You
Perfect.
got
Second
double.
one is also a 1.
Oh,
Holy
okay. All
I'm
right.
so sorry.
So that is 1 segment.
I trust you.
Healing is a 4 o'clock long-term project, 4-tick long-term project.
I'm currently sitting on 3.
So that will complete. Yeah, it is long. It doesn't lose any ticks when you go on an adventure. So you completed a clock. You clear that out, and everything that was a level 1 harm goes away. Everything that was level 2 becomes level 1. Level 3 becomes level 2.
Okay, so I had 1 level 2, I had 2 level 1s, so I just now have a level 1.
Correct. You are down to a single level 1.
Okay, and then the second one, I was going to try and invest in the
so-
paint.
So I'm going to come back to you for your second activity. Everybody's doing one, and then we're doing the other one. So Throm, what's your first downtime activity?
I'm going to start a long-term project.
Okay.
since on last level up I picked up the cloak and dagger ability, so when I use a disguise or other form of covert misdirection, I get a plus 1d to my rolls to confuse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a long-term project
Okay.
to put together a really good undercover persona, so that I
Okay.
can go into the Crow's area and start just sowing discord and spreading lies. So and so is stealing out of purses.
Okay.
We should be giving it to leadership, etc., etc.
Okay. So here is what I want to do to start this clock. Let's figure out how difficult it's going to be. All right. I'm going to roll 2d6. One is just a normal engagement, and on the second one, because they are at war. So we're going to find out how difficult this is going to be. 4, 6, or 8, right? Okay. So it's going to be a 6-tick clock. So you can create that for yourself. Once you have all 6 pieces in there, you will have that persona nested. Okay. So let's see. Long-term project. Yep. What do we want to roll? In order to work on a project, might have to first achieve the means to pursue it, which can be a project in itself. All right. Well, let's see. Maybe that might be important here. Make friends with a member of the city council. You have no connection to them. You could first work on a project to consort in their circle. So we're gonna stick with the 6. I'm not gonna make you establish contact with them first. So let's go ahead and make that a. Well, what test? What action do you want to use on this?
So I'll be using consort.
Okay.
So I'll go. I'll try to kind of gain their trust, get into their good graces, and be kind of like a yes man.
Sure, absolutely. Okay, go ahead and roll me consort.
Okay, and do I get the bonus for my cloak and dagger?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a 1, a 2, and a 4.
Okay, so 4 is the highest. That's what we're going to take here. With a 4, you add... Double checking. It's the same as recover. 2 ticks to your clock. I should also remind everybody, for any downtime activity, you get a bonus dice if a friend or contact helps you. You also, after you roll, you can spend a coin to improve the result. So, increase the result level by 1 for each coin spent. So a 1 to a 3 becomes a 4 or a 5. A 4 or a 5 would become a 6, and a 6 becomes a critical. So it increases the success of it. I don't think anyone has a contact that's helped them thus far, but you did get 2 ticks off of your 4.
So could I have Kryla as my contact help me, since it was her bar that was destroyed?
They are... they're already suspicious of her, but I'll allow it. You can roll 1 more die.
Okay, it's a 4, so no change.
Okay, are you satisfied with the 4, or do you want to use a coin to bump that to a 6?
What would a 6 get me? 3 ticks?
Yeah, 3 ticks total.
Yeah, I'm really pissed off about the fact that they came at me through somebody else instead of just stepping up. So, yeah,
Sure.
I'll spend a coin.
Okay, sounds good. So that clock is halfway full. And we're going to bump on over to Odysseus. What is he up to?
Well,
I'll run. Would you like me to run down the options while you think about it one more time?
Yes. Please.
Absolutely. So, acquire asset. If there's something big or something in particular you guys need to get, certain things that it talks about is like a special item or a set of common items enough for your gang, a gang of your tier skill. So that's to help out your like minions. A cohort, if you'd like to get an expert or if you'd like to raise a gang, this is how you go about doing it. The acquire asset ability. Need a new vehicle? Acquire assets got your back. Or a service, transport from smuggler or a driver, use of a warehouse or temporary storage, or legal representation. Temporary use is the key term there. Long-term project is our catch-all for those creative things that that people can do. Recovery, as we have seen, is healing. Reduce heat is going to be our crew version of recovery, because you guys are up to 5. You will start to get wanted levels after 4 more heat, just to let you know. Training gets you experience points, and indulging in your vice helps you relieve stress.
What was the name of the group of academics that we took Roderick's...
The Orderless.
I would like to go and speak to them.
All right. Looking at the clock, this is what my thoughts are. I want to run this by the crew. Okay? I think tonight is better served doing these downtime activities as like little vignettes, give you guys some opportunities to role play, to work some things out, to plan some stuff, talk amongst each other. I don't want to try to rush through these things, especially with your brewing turf war growing, and try to squeeze in a heist. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Everybody feel good about that?
Yeah.
Cool. Great.
Well, then can our mini downtime also include Chuck E. Cheese or something?
If you would like.
Do you want to get that plushie with all those tickets?
Bruh, I need more.
Ski ball!
All right, Odysseus. Yeah, you had to make contact with the Orderless. Let's see if
Actually, no. I decided on something else. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay. You can decide on anything you want. Listen, we'll get through everything we can. If we get into a new heist, we do. If we don't, we don't. And as it seems like everybody's okay with that. What would you like to do?
I would like to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Okay.
I would like to first go and indulge in my vice with my vampire boyfriend.
Okay.
And then I would like to ask if he has heard anything about lashes and the area, like the screams in the area that we were in. And the suffering.
Sounds good. Who is your they're on your contact?
Yes, they are. It's Skurlock, a vampire.
Yes, Skurlock.
Which is the most ridiculous name, but whatever.
Oh, this is a ridiculous name. How dare you?
Says the person named frickin' Odysseus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so let's do the roll for indulging in your vice. Let me make sure I am doing that correctly. Let's do that. Escape. Yeah, back to downtime. Okay. Aw. Thank you, Bex. Thank you, Lethal Kiss. Here we go. So, purveyor of vice, used to satisfy the needs, indulgence, name, blah, blah, blah. Lost in their vice. Gang member, friend, or contact, crew member might create alternate character, blah, blah, blah. opportunity of overindulgence. Ah, okay. You roll to find out how much stress relief your character receives. A vice roll is likely a resistance roll in reverse. Rather than gaining stress levels, you clear stress levels. The effectiveness of your indulgence depends on your character's worst attribute rating. It is their weakest quality: insight, prowess, or resolve. That is most enthralled to vice. Make an attribute roll using your character's lowest attribute rating. If there's a tie, that's fine. Simply use the generic rating. And clear stress equal to the dice's roll. So we're talking about that up and down resistance column. Which one is your worst one?
Prowess.
Prowess. Okay. Then let us make... How many dots do you have in prowess?
1.
All right. So it is a single die. Okay. How much stress did you have?
2.
So you have an overindulgence. Your vice clears more stress levels than you had marked. You overindulge. A vice is not reliable, a reliable, controllable habit. It's a risk. The one that can drive your character to act against their own best interest. When you overindulge, you make a bad call because of your vice in acquiring it, or while under its influence. To bring the effect of this bad decision into the game, select from the overindulgence listed. So, you can, 1, attract trouble. We will roll an additional entanglement. Brag, you increase your heat level by 2. Lost, your character vanishes for at least a single score, and you have to roll a different character. But they, when your character returns, they've also healed from any harm they had. So they do come back like perfectly healthy, but they fuck off for a while. Or tapped, your current purveyor cuts you off to find a new source for your vice. So Skurlock would break up with Odysseus, I suppose. So we're being a little needy, and vampires are, as you know, very vampire-y. Very dramatic. Very dramatic. And rice vampires. Clearly.
It's probably going to be the last one, because my vice is that we copulate, and in doing so, he is siphoning off my life force. Like, I am feeding him. Okay. And that's why my hair is turning white, is he is literally sucking the life out of me.
As one should. As a vampire should. So yeah, you are cut off from Skurlock. You will have to create a long-term project to re-establish good relations with him. In the best melodramatic vampire voice I have. I cannot do this, Odysseus. You mean too much to me. What little humanity I have left to see it drained from your already pale skin would break my unbeating heart. Begone from my holes. I think that went pretty well. I'm very impressed with myself. That was good. I did good there. I should write vampire fiction.
I'm breaking up with you because I love you.
The sad walk of shame.
Yeah, tell me what's more vampire than that. There's nothing. There's nothing. But you were also hoping to gain some bit of information from him, I believe, correct?
I was.
I will, because it's not super important.
But we were going to talk about it while smoking the after-sex cigarettes, so...
And you have, because you did indulge. It is the overindulgence. It is I'm tapped out. Honestly, it's just dry blood at this point. It really, I have nothing left. So what I can tell you about Lashes is that there have been reports about I forgot the region where Iron Hook is. There have been reports of accidents and flayings, but no major moves for a new supernatural player on the field yet. Seems like they are just sort of on a good old-fashioned bender, because Demon got freed. So there you go. Okay. Moving on. Nephthys. What's your first downtime activity?
I need a heal.
You need, okay. That sounds
I need
good.
a heal.
I'm on it.
Go for it, Katrina.
Okay, so I roll 2d6s. Okay. Okay, first one was a 6. Second one was a 4, so I guess we keep the 6.
We do keep the 6. Yep, that's going to be 3 ticks in the healing box. Your recovery box, did you have anything in it previously?
Yep, I had 1. So that's, you said 3 ticks in the healing box? So that's, then I go down each of them by 1, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, so no, that means that the box is empty. I don't know why I colored it in.
I would have done the exact same thing. I'd have been like, "Oh, it's full. I'll color it in. Oh, I empty it. I should erase it." I would have 100% done exactly that.
So I had a level 1 stab wound and then a level 2 gash. So that means that the gash is just healing.
Yes, the gash is now
And that's
level.
it?
It's level 1. The gash has become level 1. The stab wound has fallen off of your sheet.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that everything slid down.
Everything drops down. Yep. So I guess the gash becomes a slash or a slish or a, I don't know, whatever's a gish, whatever's less.
I will
A
write it
healing
down
scar.
There it is.
as a slish because he told me it was a slish and not a slash.
Well, that was the point. Yeah, I feel like slash is still pretty like gnarly. Yeah, it's a scar. It can scar if you want. I'm not gonna actively scar people's characters if they're not into it.
I like scars. Scars are hot.
All right.
Just emotionally.
Emotional scars. Yes, those are a built-in mechanic, though. I believe they're called. They're what is it? When you feel your stress.
Yeah,
track.
it's trauma.
Yeah,
It's a trauma. Yeah, I thought that was it. Okay.
Emotional damage.
Exactly. Katrina, what is your second downtime activity?
All right. So I was. Oh dear heavens! Apologies if you can hear my dog in the background. He is unhappy. So I have 2 stress, but I also remember last time that in our downtime activities, I healed myself, which now when reading it, I actually have to give myself 2 stress for healing myself.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure I'm up to 4 now.
Yep. Let's do that.
Okay.
Get you up to 4.
Will get me up to 4 stress, and I'd like to make that go away. So I assume for stress relief, I'd have to indulge in my vice then?
That is correct. You would have to indulge in your vice. You can choose to simply tough it out, attempt to heal without any treatment. In this case, take 1 stress and roll 0 dice, so the lower. Yeah, okay. So there's another option there. Sounds good.
So I'd just be going to my my favorite oh dear heavens, the gambling halls in Crowsfoot. This is gonna go well.
Okay. So there actually are a list of vice purveyors that I am going to see if we can figure out who would be doing at least to start out.
Yeah, under gambling, I just have Spog's Dice Game Crowsfoot.
Spog's Dice Game. Sounds good. Gambling. Yeah, Spog's Dice
Yeah.
Game in Crow's Food. Yeah.
Heck
All right.
yeah.
Cool. Yep. I see
Seems
that
like a
there.
safe place for us to hang out.
Yeah.
Totally.
Super easy.
Yeah,
Noth-
totally.
Nothing
This is
ever
gonna
bad gonna happen there.
go great. Okay, so I have to then roll on my lowest. Is that what it was?
Correct. Your lowest trait.
My
So,
lowest trait is resolve. It looks like
okay. How many dots do you have in resolve?
none.
So 2d6. Take the lower.
Yay! This is gonna go great. Okay, first one's a 2.
Okay.
Great. Second one's a 1.
Yes,
Damn it.
the one team.
So you remove 1 stress.
Hooray. Don't have to worry about overindulging.
Yep.
Alright.
So yeah, you are out in Spog's. Spog is a hey, you're a reliable client, and when you come in, the house always wins. So
Damn.
That's why they love me so much. I have the feeling that the where I probably fell apart was I'm terrible at everything in Resolve. I have nothing in Resolve, so I'm gonna guess my social skills are just down, and so I cannot bluff for
Yeah.
the life of me.
no,
So
no.
I'm just like, totally, this is gonna go great. And I roll the dice, and it's like, oh, I'm rolling ones all night.
Yeah, absolutely.
It actually works.
It does.
I keep rolling ones.
All right, so that is it for Katrina on that one. Back on over to Cedric Vale. What's your second downtime activity?
I'm going to, with the help of Celia, my information broker,
Okay.
I'm going to flesh out as much information as far as the ranks of the crow's foot,
Okay.
so that we know how many bodies we're dealing with, where they're going to be, their what can I say, military strategy, I guess, so that we can work with that and around it.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, let's set this as a 6-tick long-term project. Dunslough. That was it. It was Dunslough. And what action are you using on this long-term project?
So I wanted to. Am I thinking it wrong? Like that's. What was it again? I'm so sorry. Like my aim is to get as much info as possible.
Right.
for-
Yeah. What skill do you want to roll?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So skills are called actions. That's
Okay.
where the confusion came in.
Consort.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I've got to talk to my contacts in order to get information.
Sounds good. I'm on board. And you do get the bonus die for working with your contact. Your contact is who are they again?
Celia, an information broker.
Oh yeah, perfect. Absolutely.
That's 2 6s and a 5.
Ooh. So that is a critical. So that is 5 ticks. Nicely done.
He's my first one.
Nice. I don't think we've had any other real critical. I think maybe one other critical. Yeah, they're rare. They
That was my critical
it was-
failure on the
I
boat.
mean, fails, I've got you covered.
I got a 6, and that's why I killed literally everybody on the boat.
Yes, yeah, but a 6 is not is 2 6s is a critical, so you have to have at least 2 dice in them. Yeah. So,
I got 2 1s and blew up a dinghy.
You did. You did. It was almost as effective as
Exactly.
as something else.
It's a critical failure. It's the 2 ends of the spectrum.
All right. So your information gathering efforts is going super well. That is ticking along. Throm.
I am going to do recovery.
All right. So I guess Katrina, you
I'm on it.
scrub in.
I am going to, against my better judgment, do recovery.
Hey, what could possibly go wrong? I do this all the time.
Yeah, it really does.
Okay, first one was a 4.
Okay.
Second one is a 1, so let's go with the 4.
Okay, so that's 2 ticks in your healing circle there of 4. So you haven't lost any wounds or anything off your list yet, but that is there. If you would like to pay a coin for some expensive medicines or what have you, again, you can up that success.
Just pay your copay.
Or probably visit someone else.
Hey, I'm doing my best.
You would have to. So, if you guys don't want to be using Katrina, you do need to. It's a long-term project to establish a contact with a physiker, with a doctor.
I'm up.
No, I'm good with what I got right now.
Okay, sounds good. Let's check in on the Young and the Restless. What you got, Odysseus?
Oh, I get a second one?
Yep.
I thought I already did 2.
You did 1. I just gave you the bonus because it wasn't really useful or actionable information on lashes. So,
Okay, gotcha.
yeah.
After a tragic heartbreak, what do you do?
Wallow in self-pity.
I know. I haven't figured out how to make it up.
I cannot fix a broken heart, I'm sorry. I'll just get you a new one, it's fine.
But you can fix a broken face.
Right.
Can I attempt to... Now I'm going to attempt to establish contact with one of the other gangs that is against the Crows.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds good.
If I read this right, can I use my foresight to help her?
Oh, what does your foresight do?
2 times per score. Him! I swear, it just slapped me every time I get it wrong. I'll learn eventually.
That's your vice. You can't do that.
Watch me. 2 times per score, you can assist a teammate without paying stress. Tell us how you prepare for it.
Ooh, so this is not a score. This is downtime activities.
Okay, never
That's
mind.
why. Yep, but thank you. Thank you for checking. Yeah. So you can roll me a study first.
Five.
5. Okay, great. So I will go ahead and let you know that it's pretty solid underground news that the Lamp Blacks and the Red Sashes have been probing. It's not out and out war yet, but it is a goal of both of those gangs. And I will also let you know that the Red Sashes and the Lamp Blacks hate each other. And they both want Crow's Foot. And the Crows have done a very good job of keeping them out of Crow's Foot. I don't mind, since you're spending a downtime activity on this. I'll give you like the whole shebang here. Yeah. So the Lampblacks are a former Lamplighters Guild, and their leader is Bazo Baz, who is openly ruthless and a whiskey connoisseur. Other people, these guys, the Lampblacks, are one of the most violent gangs, for sure. They're leg breakers, mayhem makers, and a number of smugglers. So they would also be on the payroll. They mostly run drugs. So they are in some ways competitors to you guys. The Red Sashes, on the other hand, are originally a school of Aruvian swordmasters that went into crime. Their leader is Malira Clev. Ruthless, educated, loves art.
What was the last bit?
Loves art. A lot of these people are nobility, former nobility, families that have... They're a little more mafia, let's say, than street gang. The Lamp Blacks are a little more street gang. Okay? But they are definitely... Those two are absolutely at war. And Crow's Foot seems to be the brewing battleground for that. But the Crows are doing all right holding on to their stuff. The last thing I will let you know is that the Crows do have some outside enemies that are more directly rivals with them. That would be the Hive, the Inspectors, or Dockers. When we run out of downtime activities, if you want to reach out to one of them, or who would you like to establish a connection with?
Did you say the last one was dockers?
Yep.
As in people who work at the docks?
Pretty sure, yeah.
My background is that I come from a shipping family that lost our entire fleet to a Leviathan.
Okay.
So I have some basic seamanship knowledge. I just was no good at it, so I ended up going to college.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll give you because it's playing on your background. I'll give you a bonus die if you want to establish some work with them. They are... I believe it's just a labor union of people that work on the docks. Yep, that's what they are.
And what is their beef with the Crows?
Crows do a lot of smuggling work under mine and Scab. Legitimate shipping work out of the docks. And they've clashed more than a time or two as the Crows do their best to circumvent the dock work.
I will ask, because I don't write fast, what were all of the guilds that you mentioned?
Oh, the people that have issues with the Crows? Yeah, no problem. So we have Lamp Blacks.
And that's the whiskey drinker dude, right?
Yep.
Bazo Baz.
Yep. The Red Sashes. The Hive.
Now, what are they?
The Hive. Guild of Merchants who secretly trade in contraband. Named for their symbol, a golden bee. The Inspectors, or just Inspectors, I should say. And Dockers was the last one. Inspectors and Dockers. Inspectors, the criminal investigators of the City Watch. They have a reputation for ethics and integrity. No one likes them. They present evidence for prosecutions to the city magistrates. So they are the like detectives of the Bluecoats. Okay.
Is there anything that I should roll to establish a connection with the Dockers?
Yes. What would you like to roll?
All I had was study. I don't have consort.
Yeah, I mean, study, I'll let you roll it, but it'll be at a reduced effect. So if you got a 6, it would be like you got a 4 or a 5. If you got a 4 or 5, it'd be like you got a 1 or a 1, 2, or 3. So if you want to, you can use study. I mean, consort, sway, those would be the more effective options. So, okay.
I don't have either of those, but I mean, I could.
I am giving you the bonus die for your background. So,
then I will just go for it. But how would I go for it without any score and a bonus die?
So it's just 1 die.
Okay. So a twink walks onto a dock. Got a 5. I just
Okay.
happened to sing Wellerman really, really well.
There you go. You got a 5. Okay, so it's a 6. So it's a 6 o'clock. A 5 is, yeah. So 2. So 2. Long-term project. Establish relations. 2. Nephthys.
Yeah, I was looking at anything else I could do, and it's like, technically I'm not hurt enough, and I don't have enough stress, so the only thing I can think of is reducing heat, because we have, 6 heat, you said?
5. 5 heat.
5. Yeah, so I'll try to reduce heat.
Okay, that sounds good. Reducing heat is... yeah. Say what your character does to reduce heat level of the crew and make an action roll. Maybe, so it's up to you. You can consort with a friend who's a blue coat. You can command the fear of local citizens that are maybe snitching on you. Yeah, it is. You make it up. You tell me how you are reducing heat with that particular skill.
If Katrina was planning on reducing heat too with my last downtime activity, would you want to do it together? Could just make chaos.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I have none of that, and I do have one in Hunt, so I would technically want to find who is spreading the rumors and kill them.
Okay. Yeah.
I could make it look like an accident by completely wrecking the place after you killed them and just destroy all evidence.
Yeah, I don't have anything for talking. I'm not great at talking. I'm better at action. That's why I'm like, maybe if I could say hunting the
neither
people.
is Katrina, which is why I thought that we...
It does not have to be talking based. If you guys tell me how you do it with the skill that you want to use, and that sounds like a good idea. I'm okay with that. So
okay.
it is finding creative uses of the skills that you have. So hunt is good, and you want to clean up the scene with some wrecking, Katrina. So
yes.
Sounds good. Why don't you both roll those and let me know what you get?
Alrighty.
Can't spread rumors if you're dead.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys both. We're gonna call it reduced effect, but you're both rolling on it. So let's see what comes up.
Okay, and if I have 2 pips on wreck, then I just roll twice and keep the higher?
Correct.
Okay.
I also read that it said that I can spend a coin or using one of my reputation to get a bonus die.
Yeah. If you you can spend a coin to increase your roll after you roll it. If you have a contact, then you can get a bonus die. Contact or double checking. Yeah, you get a bonus die for a friend or a contact. If you wanted to make additional activities, then you either pay a coin or lose a rep.
Do we count as each other's friends?
Not in this instance, no.
Damn it. Friendship. It's teamwork makes the dream work. I got a 4.
Okay.
For my higher of the 2.
Nephthys'
wait a
eyes
second,
went super wide.
Yeah, because something just happened on my other screen and I don't know what the hell I did.
Oh no.
I know. I agree.
Give me a second to figure out what the hell I did.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, I fixed it. Sorry.
Nice.
How
Nicely
many
done.
days? I'm rolling 1 because I have 1 pip in Hunt.
So that is correct.
Okay. I got a 6.
Heck
Okay.
yeah.
So between the two of you, with the reduced effect, you're gonna clear 3 of the heat. The only reason I call it reduced effect is because killing somebody and destroying their place raises not as many questions as them not being dead, but like it does take some heat off of you, but it does at the same time cause somebody to start investigating something somewhere, right?
So
Yeah, hopefully it just intimidates them
-3.
enough.
Say what?
It's -3, correct?
So because it's a reduced effect, your -3 becomes a -2, and Katrina's -2 becomes a -1. So you guys together have reduced by 3.
Nice. So now we're down to 2 heat.
Yep.
So I have 3 heat then.
No, the whole crew. It's all for the crew.
It's okay.
It's crew wide, not you as an individual.
Yeah, so altogether we just have 2 heat now. We
Correct.
worked together
Yep.
to reduce the heat by 3.
Yep.
Hooray!
Nicely done.
Just imagine them just like hunting it down and then just Katrina just tossing a grenade in there for good measure. High
That
five!
murder doesn't solve problems.
Be like, guys,
Exactly.
we can get our heat down to 0. Let's just blow up the whole goddamn city.
I'm all for that.
And then Sasha's can have all the souls he wants.
There you go. Here's what I would like to do. Let's take a break now. Okay? And on that break, let's figure out what the crew wants to do with the rest of their evening. Cool? Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
Nice. Sounds
We
like a plan.
were going to be back in just a few minutes. Thank you guys for hanging out. We will see you soon, but until then, be cool. Welcome back, everybody. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have
Aiden playing Cedric Vale.
What is-
Darian playing.
Go.
Sorry, Darian playing Throm Sturman.
You are correct.
Mo
I'm going to
playing
guess you were gonna say
Odysseus Valentin.
Tell us again, Mo.
Mo playing Odysseus Valentin.
I'm Nephthys. I'm playing as a lurk, and I was going to assume that you meant to say that. God damn it! Why do I keep forgetting the name? Cedric is a spider. A freaking Darian is a
Right.
yeah. The class that you
spider.
are.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. I'm a spider.
Yes. That was going to be it, but thank you, Nephthys. And last but not least, without a camera today,
I'm Marlo. I'm playing Katrina. I'm a leech. I cause chaos.
there we go. Yes, so we are back. Our nameless crew of scoundrels who are prepping actions against the crows are gonna undertake a job. You guys have been spending some more time in and around Crow's Foot. And while the crows are not actively attacking you guys, because they don't know like where your base is, you guys still do some business in and around there, and it is good for the crows to show that they are capable of doing business in and around everyone, right? What I will say is that doing business in Crow's Foot right now for you guys is they may try to like tax or tell you guys to pay a tribute, basically. Kind of that idea of them trying to get you to pay them off.
So that's why I lost the dice.
Spugs will not confirm or deny that. That is on you.
Wow, I thought you were my friend.
This is friendship. This is what dice friendship looks like. So yeah, I think this is.
They gave you loaded dice.
I will revolt.
Nah, we don't have to load her dice. They're just bad. So you guys have you do get a meeting set up with a wonderful person whose name I lost because I was worried about other things.
Renard good enough?
No, Renard sets up the meeting for you guys, but you actually don't need him to on this one. You guys are going to end up meeting with this is a new person, so your notes, while extensive, unfortunately, are not helpful in this minute. Theodore Lysander. Everybody in Crowsfoot knows Theodore. He runs the World's Edge Theater. He has a very particular sort of clientele. He runs the Tenpenny Court Network. And this is a network of prostitutes and pleasure purveyors. And they are often considered high-class performers, and they if anybody in Crowsfoot rubs elbows with high aristocracy and high civil servants, it is Theodore. He doesn't come from their world in any way. He was a performer who made good and ended up getting left a bunch of money from a dowress, a duchess, an old widow, basically, and that's how he went from being just one of the most famous sort of bards and minstrels in Duskfall.
I think the word you're looking for is dowager?
Dowager, yeah, dowager. I think that's what I was looking for. I don't really understand what it means, so I'm going to pretend like it is. So that's how he came into
Maggie
his...
Smith.
Yes. So that's how he came into his money, and so that is where he sort of lingers. He is very charming, and although he is in his, let's say, late 40s, maybe early 50s, he looks like he's very healthy. He looks like somebody that is younger.
So he's a daddy.
Yeah, there you go. He does keep his, he definitely dyes his hair, so it has that little inky blue kind of quality. It's that black that is too black to be natural black. It's blue. But other than that, pretty much everybody loves Theodore. He's a good person to have contact with. He's a good person to leave alone. Because when people start, even though he's in Crowsfoot has a lot of political issues going on right now. He has a lot of pull outside of Crowsfoot. So you guys have been invited to a performance at the World's Edge Theater. It is a classic raucous sort of Friday night that is very burlesque, very Moulin Rouge performances, a little body, a little comedy, a lot of dancing, a lot of music. And he has his owner's box. It's a nice theater. It's more like a dining theater, so it's not like rows, but old school, like tables facing towards the theater. People move their chairs around. Sometimes they open up the middle and dance on the floor where the patrons sit. And there are some, there's a balcony, and so there are some skyboxes along the sides. The owner's box is the largest, and it's kind of tucked back into the corner. And so as the music is playing, you guys have been invited up into there. And Teddy quickly rises as you guys make your way in and goes to greet each of you in kind. Theodore Lysander, of course. And as he settles in, he waves over one of the waiters. Drinks for my friends, cheeses, meats. Make sure that they are well taken care of. Now, as the guy steps away, let's get down into business for just a few minutes, if you don't mind. I have recently come into the possession of something that I need to not be in the possession of. And unfortunately, I need to make this happen in a, let's say, covert fashion. And see, the issue is that this is a gift received from one of my more eccentric patrons. And while I appreciate all the goodness that comes my way, this particular vessel is, well, it's definitely more work than it's worth. Now, normally I would turn to some more local authorities, but from what I understand, they are indisposed at the moment. And your reputation is definitely growing, so I'm hoping that you all as a group can assist me in this little matter. Now, it's no bigger than a bread box, comes in a special case, and should at all costs be left alone. Any further details?
Have you opened it yourself?
Unfortunately, yes, I have. I've seen it, and it is less pleasant than I would particularly care for.
I'm listening.
Who is it from?
He's gonna not bristle, but you can see he is reluctant to answer that question. But this is in a normal D&D game, I would be like, roll for this, but we're just gonna go with it. Like that's more the blades in the dart style. And I am vamping very briefly as I attempt to find the name of who I am looking for.
I would slide him a piece of parchment and a pen or something to him so he could just write it and not verbally.
That is not his hesitation in this moment. It's disclosing the information. That is his hesitation. But thank you for that. He does appreciate the gesture, and he'll do it in that fashion. But it's his
phone number.
Yeah, there it is.
Shh.
It is. Nope. Where'd you go, lady? Weird bitch. Where'd
I'm
you
right
go?
here.
Not. Yeah, I know, but not that one. Okay. I apologize.
I just know the value of information, and lip reading and eavesdropping is a huge, constant variable.
Sure. So he does. Yeah, he'll write it down for you. That is not an issue. There is. Okay. Apologies, friends. Apologies.
Is it a name we've encountered before? Because I've tried to write down everybody's name.
It is not. You have done a
Okay.
wonderful job of writing down everyone's name. It is not a name that you have encountered before. I am spitting mad at the moment.
That's the name, Spittin'.
Yep. You got it.
Madame spitting.
Um,
We could always come back to it.
yes, we absolutely can. And we are going to have to, unfortunately, as I continue to work through this. So he takes the name and he writes it down. And it is a family that you do recognize. They are relatively wealthy. They have a seat on the city council almost permanently. And although those elections are run, they definitely put in a large amount of donations to local charities, local businesses. They run a very strong campaign. And one of the things that you do recognize is their daughter has, you remember in the news a few years back, their daughter being remanded to a sanitarium. It was a big sort of scandal, but her parents used the opportunity to, as a campaign thing, right? They're going to reform the treatment of the possessed, of the occult afflicted, and of those who require deeper treatment than can be offered at Iron Hook. And so it became very much a large portion of their political stance. So you understand why the possession or distribution of such materials from such a family could be let's say, a blight upon their particular reputation.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say we're not allowed to open the box.
I would highly dissuade you from opening the box. The physical nature of the materials is not what is dangerous about them. It is the mere presence in the occult that lingers about them. Those are things that can't really be explained, at least not by somebody like me.
Odysseus really wants to poke this box.
Don't poke the box.
You just see him lean forward a little bit in his seat, like,
I just imagine like Odysseus just reaches a hand for it and Katrina just slowly lowers it. No.
Yeah, so one of the servants does bring over the box. The box is underneath a black crushed velvet sort of drapery, and he will very, very carefully sort of pull back the box. The box itself looks very simple. It is a alder wood, and it has strong, heavy rivets along the edges, along all of the seams of the box. There is a you can tell that there is a lock on it, a sort of combination lock, and as you look at it, you see the numbers sort of very slowly start to tick. Not in any sort of sequence, not in any sort of pattern, but it is definitely moving. And as when he notices it, he'll cover it back up.
Is the box trying to unlock itself?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's not good.
Can I attempt to take a closer look at the box?
Oh no.
Yeah, he will not stop you. If you as you lean
I will.
forward.
I will prevent this because we're still in the midst of a conversation. If it's going to be in our possession, we could look at it later.
Mm-hmm.
You guys didn't even let me say what I was using to look at it.
Oh yeah, please. What are you doing to? What do you prepare to do before Nephthys reaches over and puts a hand on your shoulder?
I would like to just try to attune, which is not something that is completely evident to others other than
Sure.
me kind of like closing my eyes.
Yeah, I would not notice that, no.
Okay. Yeah, you can roll a tune if you would like.
I dropped my dice. 1 moment. Five.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there is you try to reach out and feel the vibrations of the attunement. And other than where the locking mechanism is, you get nothing. The box is lined in lead. And it seems to have the alderwood also is a magical insulator, an attunement insulator. So this box is designed to hold magical implements or attributes. And they are so it is well designed. I do have the names finally. So it is the Carnelian Family. The parents of which have recently died within the past year or so. There is one son that remained, and then the daughter that was remanded to the asylum. And she made the news within the last, let's see, a few years ago, maybe 3 or so years ago, when she was, because she was brought out for an election, she was let out of the asylum, she was touted as being healed, so much so that her original name of Maya Carnelian was no longer fitting for her, and she had made quite the splash around the art circuit as Moonslider the Third. She
Is this because she was creating art?
Yes. It is her artistic name, and Maya was sick, but Moonslider sees the truth of the world and is excited to share that truth with the great people of Duskwall. She creates not art, not installations, but experiences. And they are quite famous for being interactive and like walkthrough installations. They are perhaps like the original one was more like haunted house, but it's tough to scare people in Duskwall. Literally, there are demons and ghosts walking around everywhere. What do you do, right? But they are walkthrough like artistic experiences.
She created Sleep No More.
Yeah. less performance, a little more art, but yeah.
Where do you want this package to go? Or is that up to us?
I've arranged for a Leviathan hunting vessel, the first mate of which is name is Talker. Talker Briggs. Good man. He's agreed to take it out into the open water and cast it into the deepest part of the depths. That seems to be the most reliable way to get it out of Duskfall that I can figure out.
And you have means where this said drop-off is, so we know where to go.
Yes. And he gives you the ship number. It is, the ship is the Tooth's Edge. And it is set to...
The
edge.
Teeth's Edge?
Yeah, the edge of a tooth. The Tooth's Edge. The Tooth's Edge, and he gives you the departure time for it, which is 2 days at dawn.
Is there anything else you wanted to discuss with us before we indulge in your finest food and drink?
I apologize. Give me just a moment.
I'm gonna lean over to everyone and so you're good doing this? I mean, it seems like a simple drop-off.
My biggest concern is who else knows about the box, and if other people do know, that means that we could possibly be attacked on the way.
That is very likely. Unfortunately, Moonslider seems to have come to the understanding that I have no desire to participate in this particular venture. So, they may have hired other operatives to reacquire.
That shouldn't be a problem with us. We essentially got us sold back to where it needs to be, so this box is no different.
Good. That sounds good.
Well, first off, well, God, they're a political family, so they have a crap ton of money. I don't want to get in way over our pay grade.
Drum, work your magic.
When you get in over your pay grade, my dear, that's when you get paid the wage of your grade.
Especially since we already know, confirmed, we're going to be chased for this. And 2, we don't even know what we're carrying that's trying to unlock itself. So...
Semantics. I mean, we've worked with less, and we will hopefully have gained more from doing so.
And we do have Odysseus in case, because I can't see things, but I know you're really good at what you do. There's that. I mean, worst comes to worst, we've got body parts for dear old Katrina.
Hey. She's just been sitting kind of like fidgeting this whole time, like, I don't want to sit still. I want to destroy things. It's fine. It's fine.
Did Moonslider create this item?
I'm not sure, to be honest. There's a rumor about it. It's an old, I assume, sort of wives' tale. And he sort of hesitates. For this one, somebody will need to sway him, for him to give up this.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Okay.
And let's see here. So my sway is 2, and
Real quick, what is a score? Like, what are we talking about when it says score? Is that battle-wise or
No, the
RP-wise?
job. The score. So a score is the heist. Score is the job.
So this still doesn't count.
This does count. This is a score.
Okay, then I would like to help him with foresight.
There you go. Okay. Yeah. I mean, technically, this is pre-planning, but if you want to help him, go for it. Help him. I'll allow it.
Okay, how can I do this? The marks that Lashes gave me have a side effect, which would be the reason of foresight. They're going to start burning a bit, and it's almost like a flash imagery of this conversation. And I'm going to drop it to, I'm going to drop conversation that I know Throm can understand in sway of altering his words to gain advantage on, like, gaining his influence or whatever.
Yeah, so you're giving him a bonus die, right?
Yeah, that's the aim for it. Just flavor text.
Understood. No, I appreciate the flavor text. I want to make sure that I'm communicating to Throm what his benefit is.
I mean, anything I could say that free this Throm, I would have informed Throm that if the one that creeps up my neck starts to glow, that's just a visual indication without me looking at him or having to say anything to him.
Okay. Sounds good. I like it. So what do you say, Throm?
Yep, I'm on board with that. And I'm also going to push myself because being a purveyor of brothels, I am extremely interested in getting on this man's good graces. And, anything I can do to get more information and get us on this job, I am down for.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got a 6 and a 5.
Okay. So yeah, a complete success. So in general, what do you say to sway him? Do you just butter him up, or do you try to play to it's going to help you guys with the job, or just give me something? You definitely succeed. It's complete success.
Sir, you have to understand that we are being completely candid with you. So it's time for you to be completely candid with us. I know that there is a lack of trust in this dark and cruel world, but you must have heard of us. You must know that we stand by our reputation, for it is everything to us. So, please, expound what you know.
All right. To be fair, it is a little difficult to hear of you all. You don't have a name. But that being aside,
we're workshopping it.
But isn't not having a name more terrifying?
I'll leave that to the history books. But for now, when I was coming up, there's a rumor of a piece, a show that if you were able to master it, would let you change the minds, control it, of your audience. Not just work them into a frenzy or a flurry, but implant ideas and thoughts, wants and desires. things that would linger with them for days or weeks or months or years to come. It was known as the Blood Red Script, the creation of which, legend says, was written by the last of the old world artists, that as the sky burned, a theater company, the greatest in the world, huddled together beneath the stage, and as they slowly starved to death, it drove them mad. Using the skin for pages, blood of his performers, the playwright wrote a play, a song, and a poem of their final days. When he emerged from the calamity, even not a day older than when it had begun, people questioned, wondered, asked, and all he did was perform this for them. Suddenly they had no more questions. There was no fear of him, no justice to be sought, no vengeance for dead families. It ingratiated him into the highest echelons of society. People came from across the Imperium to see this blood-red show. It wasn't until one of the performances got out of hand, the audience driven mad along with the players, that ended in calamity. The script locked away, buried in that theater. But a 1,000-year-old rumor or legend doesn't do much. It's an old wives' tale, mostly. But whether she... Go ahead.
I was going to take it from someone who's experienced many wives in his day. Sometimes their tales prove true.
Well said. I will say that whether it's the actual article or some sort of facsimile inspired by that story, it is a very creepy book written in blood on human skin, and it really wants to be performed.
You put your eyes on this book. It's in there.
It's in there.
How have you not gone mad if you looked at it?
I recognized it for what it was. I didn't read the script itself. And trust me, the urges are palpable. And he pulls his gloves. You guys are kind of at an opera, right? He's got gloves on. He pulls the gloves off, and you can see on his palms the cuts and scars of his fingers, where he at one point was just gripping his fist so tight that it tore the skin off of his own palms. And he's kind of shaky as he does it, and then he goes and puts the gloves back on, and he's very much kept his, like, he hasn't touched the box, and he's very much kept like layers between him and it. So it is, you can piece together, it is resistible. It is hard for sure to resist it, but it is it's a lot, and so he really needs to kind of get rid of it.
So who wants to carry the box?
I volunteer. Because if anybody tries to take it from me, they're just gonna die. That's pretty much it.
I volunteer Nephthys.
I'm gonna lead towards Nephthys. I'm assuming you're like next to me, I guess. And I say, so what if we give this to Lashes in view of our deal with him so that he can use it to lure his own souls against the crows and clip their wings, so to speak?
Trust me, that did not escape my notice. But that is not a yes or no.
And I'll just nonchalantly, like I wasn't even talking, and just kind of just go for the meats and whatnot.
I will assume that we will assume that conversation is not heard by.
Yeah, because
clearly, yeah.
Cedric leaned over, and
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna.
I am just reiterating that, but yes. So, once I get word from Talker that it's been delivered, payment will be seen.
Do you want to get those hands healed? You know, she's a really good healer.
I'll just dig them out again.
Oh, the best.
I am so good at my job. I could give you brand new hands. It's totally fine.
When you say,
You know, I would love to watch you try and heal.
when you say you could give him brand new hands, that is actually that's almost convincing for him.
Ooh.
He's like, let me think on that.
Door's always open.
All right.
Are there any further methods of containment that you recommend?
None that I'm aware of. Seeing the script from the outside inspires a desire to read it. Looking upon it on the inside, I don't know. The box is of my own purchasing, not design, but specifications. I don't know a lot. I am not a tremendous whisper by any means, but I know enough to protect myself, and it seems to be functioning. I thought the mechanical lock might serve as a greater deterrent. Attempted to use a ghost key lock initially. That did not work. So, this is what we've settled on.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Almost
Sorry, go
perfectly in time, you hear the click of the number.
I'll just look at the box like no one asked you.
Odysseus, go for it. What do you got?
Would I, as a whisper who is used to literally building containment units for ghosts,
Yeah.
because I'm Egon,
Yep.
would I know of any further containment devices?
Make a study roll. We'll see if there's anything you can think of to improve upon this.
Or anything that I've been tinkering with, like, oh, this is my chance to test out a ghost trap.
Sure.
This is the tell him about the Twinkie moment right here.
What about the Twinkie?
3.
So he's actually done a pretty good job. You would have to be inventing like something new, and your specialty is more in ghosts than it is in this particular type of like magic. You're not really sure what it is. What I will say is that one of your like ghost bombs, if it gets the slime gets a little microwave jumpy, if you like doused it in it, might would calm it down. So if you just like your ghost bomb There's the liquid that sort of solidifies in there. If you just sort of splash it on there, drop a bomb on it, it'll at least chill it out for a bit.
A little worried about the dropping a bomb thing. Someone in the party might take that a little literally.
Speaking of which, have you thought about just destroying it?
I tried. It doesn't burn.
Oh, darn.
It doesn't burn. It doesn't cut. When it does cut, it reassembles.
Oh, I thought you were about to say it bleeds, which would have been so cool. I'm so messed up.
He 1,000-yard stares into that box so hard in this moment.
Oh no.
Hey.
Yes, of course.
Hey, you're
yes.
fine.
I
We'll,
appreciate
okay,
it.
we'll take care of this.
Yeah, it is. You can tell just thinking about the memory he has of trying to destroy it. Like whenever he thinks about looking at the cover, the urge comes over him to open the box.
Okay, yeah, with that noticing, I'm gonna just do a hand motion to the butler person to just give it to me, because we already discussed with the group that I would be the one to hold it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, we're not risking this shit. Yeah, I'll take the box now.
Yeah, so it's on the table in front of you. It's on a tray, and that's how it was brought out. Like nobody has actually touched the box. So you are welcome to take the tray, take the fabric, grab the box. However, you tell me how you want to grab it.
I'm going to move the tray closer and then.
I don't know if I would actually pick it up.
No, I'm not going to pick it up directly. I'm going to use the fabric to tie it into kind of like a satchel.
Okay.
A travel satchel, and then put
Sure.
the satchel on my back.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Good.
Yeah, I'm not going to directly touch it at all.
Okay, great. Sounds good.
I've been trying. Odysseus is trying really hard not to hyperfixate on the box because he's seeing the way that the guy is acting when he does.
Yeah.
Rest assured, this will not be
But
your last.
it is
act.
difficult for him.
Good to know.
Just get out a spray bottle for Odysseus. No. Stop it.
Really want to poke it with a stick?
No.
Wanna
I
touch
have
them.
knives. If anybody comes too close, I'll act like a porcupine and just stab a bitch.
That's the thing you need made. What is it? That dress that was like the spider legs that would shoot. Yeah.
Yes, you've seen it too. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I really want that thing. It's so cool.
Just thinking you just gore them with your horns.
That would require me not to look at them.
Fair.
Well, my friends, this is potentially a very dangerous task. And I hope, if you're successful, to compensate you accordingly.
My compensation, I'm just gonna say it right now, I'm gonna want more food.
Understood.
Give me the fanciest food you got too. Like I want something that's like off the menu.
I'll bring in a chef.
Yeah, someone to share it with. Yeah.
I was scrolling through the book. There is a "What do people eat in Duskfall" chapter, so I'm gonna go look that up before next time.
Yay!
Yay!
I'd say we're pretty much at the end of our meal at this point with all
Yes.
this conversation, right?
Yeah.
So I'll get up first and I say, well, surely this won't be your last play. You will live on for more plays once we're done. As you can see, we're interesting, to say the least.
You definitely
Shall
are.
we? And just kind of gesture everyone out.
Yep.
I'm gonna wait before we leave. I'm gonna give him like a piece of paper with my contact
Okay.
information on it. Be like, if ever you need somebody to torture somebody or murder, I don't know, up to you. This is how you can get in touch.
I appreciate it. That's always useful. Always useful to have this. in the back pocket.
Katrina sees Nephthys like handing him her business card, and she just like pulls out hers. If you need new hands, slides it over.
Yes. No, I appreciate that. At new hands as well. Very interesting in the hands. Absolutely.
Would also pull out business card.
Oh my god!
Yes, thank
We're just
you.
gonna do American Psycho right here.
Just hand him a Rolodex. This is our info.
Is that 24 weight? Oh my, that's very impressive. All right, nicely done. Yeah, you can
It's
tell
embossed.
Would pull it out and slide it across the table if you ever need containment for another device like this.
I will definitely reach out. I hope this is my last, but unfortunately, I fear Moonslider may be less than favorable. Oh, to that end, would you all mind doing two things for me? One, please hit me in the back of the head or the eye.
I already did it. Once he finished that sentence, I already smacked the ever-loving shit out of him.
He had the second thing to say.
I was gonna say, did you clonk him out?
It probably wasn't important. I pull out my business card, which I have on custom wrappers on condoms, and
Sure.
throw one with the other business cards.
There you go.
What the hell? I don't have a business card. Just
There you go.
I'll just try and lean him like,
Part of your contact information into the tabletop.
I don't even have it. Screw it. What do we do now? He's knocked out. We just go like now.
I mean,
Yeah.
see though, we don't even know if that worked.
Hey, are you good?
I was gonna just let you guys knock him out. Do you want to know what the other thing he was gonna ask was?
Oh, I just said
Yes.
I smacked the shit out of him. I didn't say I clocked him in the front of the face. Like,
Okay,
there's a
all right.
difference.
That's fine. So,
Wasn't sure
okay.
you pistol whipped him or not.
Yeah, that's not exactly what I meant. I would like this to look like some form of robbery. If you guys wouldn't mind knocking me out and then exiting out the back, that will save me a great deal of trouble with Moonslider.
You might want to put all the business cards in your boot then.
That's not gonna look suspicious at all. The condom wrapper in his boot.
I'll wait till he's done because I'm standing up. I didn't sit down.
Yeah.
I'll just walk behind him and just kind of the whole like lean into his ear type thing. I said, just whisper the underworld. Bam! And just face into the table as hard as I can and then walk out.
He is. If he's not out, he's pretending to be out.
If he's not out, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna roll him over.
He's out. He's out.
Okay, cool.
Was that the second thing?
Yes. Yeah, that was it.
Exiting
Yeah.
out the back.
Exit out the back. Yeah.
Make it look like you robbed him. If he has any coin, don't take anything that's really valuable or that he'll miss, but, you know, if he has any loose coin on him.
He's got a couple
What
of.
is the butler doing?
Oh, he left. He left.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. As
We get to knock him out too.
No, he.
Oh my god, let me.
Yeah. The waiter starts to hear this and he's like, "Nope." and you guys do, like, on the way out the back. Nobody stops you. Nobody questions you. They notice you in enough that they can spread the rumor of you robbing him, right? But they also know well enough not to get in, not to try to stop you, right? So they're performers. They're on board. They kind of know. If they don't know the whole story, they at least, this has kind of happened before. It
They're
keeps.
okay with their owner just getting knocked out. And then
Yeah, he gets knocked out by angry husbands all the time. We're lucky the man is. We're lucky he's not a NFL quarterback at this point with the number of concussions he's had.
And when the Girl Scouts deliver the cookies, oh,
Right? Exactly.
That's some damn cookies.
Did he have anything interesting on him?
No, he planned on getting knocked out. He wasn't gonna.
He planned on getting mugged.
Yeah, exactly. This was his plan. He
This is my mugging outfit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have nothing in my pocket.
Exactly. The pockets
There
are
are
like
no
sewn.
pockets.
They're sewn shut, man. These are the Calvin Kleins. He hasn't even like got the fingers in them yet. No, he didn't bother with that. They're nice, but nah. He's got that's all sewn shut. He's not worried about carrying stuff in this suit.
Entire outfit just for getting mugged.
Yeah.
He's that extra.
Yeah.
To be fair, it would have looked more intimidating if we all just left our business cards on top of his unconscious body. It's been like,
No,
here's our
because then we
calling
would've-
card.
Because
We would
then
have been
can
traced
play
that
each
way.
class.
Potato.
Potato.
I mean, if anything, you guys just threw your business cards at him. I didn't have one, so I said, fuck it, slam. Here's the business card.
That's fair.
There it is.
Tuck him in his underwear, up his butt.
So we do have a few minutes left. We won't get into the main portion of the score, but we will maybe get into the general plan. So you guys are trying to get from Crow's Foot to the docks in a couple of days. I will say that Moonslider has information. They are going to be hunting you, so you can't just go sit at the dock. They will find you there, right? And they are bringing a fair amount of both legal and illegal force to bear against you. So this is a smuggling operation. I did that specifically because you guys are supposed to be smugglers, and you will get some bonus experience upon its completion, which should afford you enough to level up your crew. Maybe not as individuals. So, are there any other plans or things you guys want to do in prep of this job?
I had a question.
Yeah, go for it.
So obviously we can't just kind of camp out on the docks and everything. If our base is a barge, could we not just kind of very slowly float our way down towards the dock for the next 2 days and just hide out in our barge?
So you can get you can move your barge. The barge cannot go out into the docks, into the open
That's
water.
Fair.
Because the waters, even the estuaries of the rivers into the oceans, are very dangerous with Leviathan and Leviathan-like creatures. So,
Gotcha.
So you are a river boat. Cool. So you can move the most of the way using that. The actual heist job is going to be getting the package onto Tooth's Edge.
Gotcha.
That is the difficult portion, right? What I will probably say is that a portion of the engagement role is going to be how well you guys avoid things in that in the days prior. The
Gotcha.
dangers of it are avoiding trouble and resisting the script, not letting the script open up and escape, right?
Shuffle the lock every couple of hours.
Thrum.
All right, so whenever everyone's ready, I have a plan.
Okay. Odysseus.
I would like to, in a way that I will only do it for a couple of minutes at a time, study the box to eventually come upon that discovery that the mood slime will calm it the fuck down.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, for me, it's going to be in our 2-day time period, we are going to be able to go see Renard again because he gave us permission to use his stash area.
Yep.
I'm going to see if there is as Odysseus was doing, anything that would be, because I'm pretty sure Odysseus would have shared his information regarding what the box is comprised of, because, you know, I'm not a whisperer and I don't know shit about it. So I'm gonna see if there's anything that's like lead paint, maybe some metal barbed something to put the box inside before wrapping it up in the velvet again. Like anything to secure it a little bit more, even, you know, just a little bit will help.
Sure.
Yeah, would putting it in yet another box help?
You could. Yeah. So here's the deal. The script is going to continue to unlock the lock, right? So so you have to quasi-expose yourself to move over and relock it, right? If you guys want to put it in another box, it will, once it gets out of one box, it'll start working on the next lock. So if you would like to Russian nesting doll boxes, you can. It will cost a coin to get enough of them that are the right size, the right materials, and do them. And I'll let you roll like 2d6 and whatever the best number is, you can have that many boxes that you can sort of...
I'll spend a coin for that since I'm into containment of the arcane.
Okay. That sounds good.
Do we want to try and maybe trap the box so that if someone steals it and tries to open it, they can get blown the heck up?
It's gonna be on my person.
Yeah,
that blowing up is me.
Well, I mean,
there's that, and if it is jarred, or if the entity that is possessing the script figures out how to trigger the bomb, it could also kill.
It's almost like you don't trust me with explosives. I am offended.
But I do like your idea of the multiple boxes.
Me to hold the script.
Because my plan actually revolves around that. So they know that we have the box. So when you're having the nesting boxes built, have one built also that's an exact replica of the box. And then we could send that out with a strong guard over it, maybe 4 of us. And then Nephthys can slip through the shadows while we're distracting them with our box. Which
you know,
could be,
I'm on board with that.
Which we could happen to not be able to protect, and it might just happen to be full of explosives.
I like that. There we go. I was about to say, can we please trap the fake box?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I would never deny you your passion.
Rolling for the number of nesting boxes that we get
Okay.
is 3.
Okay. So you get 3. You have the box that came in, another box, a second extra box, a third extra box, and I'll throw in the faux box that's gonna have bombs in it for free. I mean, a coin is very expensive. A coin is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I'm giving it to you because I'm gonna include the materials, the labor. And these are special magic containment boxes, right? So you can add those to your inventory to be used for future artifacts if needed.
Not saying that this reduces the cost or anything, but
Yeah.
just it's a point of pride for Odysseus.
Sure.
Can he make them himself?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Whee!
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
To take my mind off my lost love.
Yeah, got to throw yourself into your work. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll help you
yeah,
make
yeah,
the one that explodes.
Okay.
Can I have a conversation with
It has all these
Lashes?
wonderful little nesting places for you to stick your bombs.
Yes.
You wanted to talk with Nephthys?
Lashes.
Lashes.
I also want to talk with Lashes.
You can try. You don't know where he is.
We're not going to give it to him, right? We won't get paid.
You don't know what we're talking about?
Okay, my bad.
Lashes.
I thought we were a team.
This is just out of pure curiosity, just as a player.
Yeah.
Would I be able to help them find him?
Probably. You guys can try to find him if you want. Yeah.
Oh, they'd have to convince me to help them, but I was just curious.
Yeah. So, if I'm not mistaken, your contract was Lashes gets to go free. He doesn't mess with you guys, and you. Actually, I think that was it.
Well, whenever he wants to go out of the area, Cedric is allowing himself to be a vessel. And then for me, even though I didn't contract with him, I gave him the option that if he wants somebody dead, I'll try and kill them.
Right. Yes. You do not need. He doesn't need a vessel. He's a demon, not a ghost. So he has his own body. But I appreciate that. And you contracted for your safety. So he actually has very little to be near you guys. But you can try to find him if you want. I'll give you a bonus die because I know.
How about I blow? Well, not really blow, but utilize my ghost contract to find one that knows where he is, to get him to. What am I trying to say? Have the ghost find him that knows of him, so that he can be notified. I want to talk.
Okay.
And I'll have a meeting place.
Sure. Yeah. You can put out a message for that. I'm gonna count.
I'll roll for it, like however, whatever.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Sway.
I mean, consort's my best one, but however you want to do it.
I'll give you the bonus die with Sway. Extra bonus die.
Okay. Here we go. 2 5s.
Sounds good. Yeah. You're pretty confident the message gets to him. Yeah, we'll say that he will meet up with you one day prior.
I just need a conversation with him before it goes down.
Okay. Yeah, you can have a conversation with him. Do you want to do that now, or you want to do that next week?
We'll do it next week, because it'll be
Sounds
a
good.
conversation.
Okay.
Basically, my push is, hey, I scratched your back, scratch mine. And you get extra bodies and souls out of it, so you don't lose anything. But then it benefits us as either a distraction or to just eliminate the problem.
Well, we'll have that conversation next week. Nephthys, you wanted to have a part of that conversation as well?
Yeah, because since Throm already suggested that a party of 4 go with and be the main distraction, I would still need at least somebody at my back
Sure.
Yeah, I'll
to
go
make
with
sure
you.
that nothing happens.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
guys-
in a sense, I would go with you and converse this with you only because we are technically bound to with him, not to him, but we have conversation with him better than the other group.
you guys have a better relationship with him.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
what
I don't even know him.
That's right. Yeah.
And my plan was just an example, like 4 of us go, and she's and I, yeah. So
You
it
guys-
was just kind of like rough outline. We'll decide the details of it as it goes down.
That sounds great. Yeah, I that's what we're looking for. We're looking for rough outlines. I like it. Yeah, Nephthys.
I do have one question. So I haven't used my special ability yet,
Okay.
but if it works the way I think, so I have Ghost Veil.
Okay.
So I can shift into the ghost field and become insubstantial for a few moments.
Yeah.
So that just the initial shift is 2, and then every extra thing is 1 more stress. So I could go instead of for a few minutes, or I can go for a few minutes instead of moments. And then the second one is that I'm invisible instead of shadowy. And the
Okay.
third is I can float through the air like a ghost. Since it is on the docks, and I know I would have to go from, the shoreline to the boat,
Yeah.
would I be able, since the third option is I can float in the air, would I be able to float over the water?
Potentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have barely any stress, and I already counted it out for next session. I'm like, if I max it out, I'll be in a precarious situation, but I could still probably get it.
Okay.
The real question would probably be if anything on your person goes with you.
that was the other thing I wanted to ask.
I am double checking right now. What I will say is that it may be more stressful than you are perhaps thinking. You're a slide? Or no, you're
I am a lurk.
Lurk. There it is. Got it. Lurk.
So it'd be 2, and then for each on top, which there's 3 options. So I would take a total of 5 stress.
That calculation is not what I'm putting into question. Because the book wants to be found, wants to be discovered, it may attempt to resist you in some way. So it may add stress to the effort.
That makes more sense. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
The box just starts screaming.
I mean, the box is a magical entity. You can contain it from, you guys, if you've done a great job of containing it. One of the dangers was it, possessing you, manipulating you, but it is going to attempt to be found, right? It is one of the dangers of what you guys are doing. And for instance, it is essentially an 8 clock, danger, and containing it additionally has put 3 ticks on that clock. But every time the box does something, it reduces it, right? So it's a push and pull tug of war clock, where when it hits 0, it goes free, right? You guys, I'll say you had 3 with the initial box, you added 2 more, you're at like 5. But it's constantly trying to get free. And so if it can exert some force, some energy, and make it harder for Nephthys to step into the shadows, right, to go into the Ghost Veil, it will try to do so. And it's not harmful, it just means you have to work harder at it, right? So, a good plan, a good possibility, not telling you can't do it, just letting you know the book is going to try to be found. Cool.
Excellent.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Which one is that one called? Ghost Veil?
Ghost Veil, yes.
Yeah, that's a really, really cool ability. Invisible rather than shadowy, may flow through the air like a ghost. Yeah, absolutely. So I think that'll be great. So you can't resist stress. What I will say is it'll probably take the form of like trying to make noise or trying to catch people's attention. And you can resist it. And if you don't resist it strong enough, that'll incur stress. Does that make sense?
I'm very limited. I would have 2 pinnacled chances to foresight both prioritized attempts for it to thwart us getting it to our destination.
Right.
Well,
It's not
the way
much,
that
I got 2.
the way that I see it is that if me and Cedric are walking together, I would have Cedric hold it for majority of the time, so that I can do all of the fighting if there is anybody that's in the shadows, and then once it is us at the docks, that's when the transfer happens. So I don't have to worry about the stress until the
I'll carry it.
pinnacle moment.
That's not a problem.
Okay, great. Yeah. That sounds good. This sounds like a very good plan. I'm actually gonna say let's call it a night here. If you guys want to work out any other details, you do have the Discord to discuss things. I'm trying not to let us overplan because this is a system very specifically where you create a vague idea and then just jump into it. But because of our schedule, I'm fine with it. I just want to make sure we don't make it a practice, right? But I also didn't want to try to cram a heist into 15, 20 minutes. So I had a great time. I hope you guys had a good time too. No experience to do today. No worries about downtime. We're just going to be here next time. We'll do the engagement roll. We'll jump in. You guys will start telling me what is going on, and we're going to have a great time. So I'm excited about it. I'm glad you guys were here tonight. We will see everybody next time. But until then, I need to make a raid. I'm a bad streamer.
We could plug Grand Craft.
Yes, plug something.
I have a watch.
Oh yes, show them your fancy watch.
Okay, well, obviously, because I'm on push to talk, I have to use both of my hands, so nobody's gonna hear me.
Okay.
But got this at a comedy show last weekend, and I have the cards for the website on the table. I will make sure to put that in the Discord. So anybody that's in chat right now that hasn't, like, follow, subscribe, whatever, join the Discord. You're welcome. I will definitely put that link into the Discord itself. And apparently, Darian already has the watch on it. Go ahead, show an example. What it do?
Ah,
Fire! Heck yeah.
exactly.
So that's my plug. It's not even for me. It's for these freaking watches that are awesome.
All
That's
right.
a pretty dang cool watch.
Very cool. We are going to send you guys on a raid to TPK Roleplay. Looks like they are doing Madness Calls Forth, which I think is some form of Eldritch Horror. Right along our lines. Having a good time. Having a good time. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We're going to see you guys in a little bit. Until then, be cool.